Welcome back, everyone. I have decided, after doing a lot of resource gathering, that the smeltery is way too slow. Also, forgot to fill it up with lava, so it's stopped at this point. I can fix that if I use some of the lava here. But still, way too slow. So, what I'm thinking is an alloy smelter. And I finally want to get one of these survivalist generators. For that, we'll need a piston and another furnace. Which requires some wood. Cool. So, piston, furnace, iron, interesting, redstone and cobblestone. No, do I have the furnace and the piston? Yeah, okay. Had those two backwards. So the advantage of having the survivalist generator is that it can power all blocks around it, whereas the furnace, or the dynamos that we previously were using can only power the machines that are directly next to them. This also makes it makes a noise. That's too bad. Let's okay. There we go. Okay. So, this is going to allow us to power both the sag mill and the alloy smelter. So, the sag mill can take our ore At least I thought the survivalist generator could power anything next to it. Might be that we need to move these things actually next to the sag mill instead of on top of it and below it. Let's see. Generator is still gaining power, and these still are not. Okay, this is an interesting dilemma, not something that I had previously run into. In the test pack, please ignore pack that I was previously using. I think this would have worked. So, sorry about that. Give me a moment and I will look up what's happening here so that I can get this working. Well, considering that I was just complaining about how slow the smeltery is, well, actually, just I shouldn't complain about how slow the smeltery is, because this is taking a lot longer. Now, apparently there's a bug with the version of extra utilities that the pack is using, where it will not output to machines directly, but this capacitor bank, which, as you saw, I just crafted, should work. And it does, which is great. Actually, yeah, that's fine, because this is something that we would want anyway, because it'll allow us to charge our jetpack once we actually get one. Okay, so now, theoretically, copper goes in, and copper dust comes out. Cool. Along with a chance for extra products. Cobblestone has a small chance of happening. You saw I pulled out some pulverized iron. Oh, that's actually, sorry, from the iron we had in there before. But you can see that's pulverizing quite quickly. And if we come over here, we can rather quickly smelt up all the iron into iron bars, or the copper, whatever the case may be. So that's going to be a bit of an upgrade to our ore processing. Also, an advantage is 4 blocks, each of which are easily breakable and portable, save their power, save their setup information. So this is actually an excellent way for us to have a quick and portable setup that we can bring with us when we go, I don't know, exploring. Okay, but now we've got quite a bit more iron. Quite a bit more iron. A lot more iron, which is good because we need quite a bit of iron. We've also got a lot of copper, which is good because we need a lot of copper. And what I'm going to do here is disable that side for the moment. So all of the power goes over here to the alloy smelter. Okay, and drain some more of that. Let's see what we can do about making, finally, our jetpack. So, one of the things that I have been waiting on more resources for are these pneumatic servos. We'll actually need 2 of them, so we might as well craft 2 now. And copper gear. Oh, we've got a copper gear. Okay. Copper gear, pneumatic servo, 2 steam dynamos, a redstone coil, and lead and glass. gets us, a leadstone thruster. Awesome. Now we just need another. And to do that, we'll need, among other things, 2 more dynamos, which will require 2 more transmission coils. Grand total of 4 more copper gears, which is why we are making more copper, of course. Okay. Getting there. And we'll need 1 more batch of that copper. And then, that's going to take forever, of course. So why don't we craft one of these while we're waiting. Transmission coil. It takes more copper, doesn't it? Yep. 3 more copper for each of those. Okay. So we really are waiting for copper. I will be back once that cooks up, and I'll probably do most of this crafting and come back when I'm ready to show you my lovely, long-desired jetpack. See you then. Oh, guys, I'm so happy. While we're at it, let's just make sure. Of course. Of course. Looks like we are slightly short on tin now. Tin, of all things. I'm fairly certain that we have plenty of tin ore. Yes, we do. Just haven't bothered smelting it. Because I'm so clever. Okay. Let's just make sure that this smeltery doesn't stop partway through. Okay, the tin is going. We have our jetpack. Let's go test our jetpack out. Hover mode, and it's out. Yep. Great flight. Good job, us. Why don't we actually charge it for a little while? Yeah. Gonna let that charge. We've got our tin. Let's take our tin, which we almost have enough of. Good. And we can make our plating. This inflating is going to make it so that our jetpack actually provides us armor, which is always nice. I thought. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, even though we have to take off our Damascus steel when we use the jetpack, we get the benefit of the jetpack having some armor. Let's see. Okay, this is going to come out of here, and then, great. Always clear your smelteries, especially with the metallic metallurgy 4. I can't tell you how many times I've come into this base and seen just crazy alloys in there instead of actual usable materials. So I recommend always making sure okay, so we're on hover mode. Oop. Oh, that's cool. But that's not how we change our mode. Let's look at, oops, controls for Simply Jetpacks. Switch mode, C. Said F is something else, but that's not working. Probably because C has so many different things bound to it. Oh, turn on or off, F. Okay. So, why don't we change that to V? No. B? No. G. H. J. It's going to be J. Turn on or off, K. L. O. Well, I'm going to change it to U. So, now, good. Changing our mode. So in this mode we cannot fall, which is nice. In this mode we can, but because we have our hang glider, we can now use it to hang glide and then gain some altitude and then glide, which is pretty nice for getting around. Much faster even than the Archimedes ship we were using, which is great. Okay, let's head back to spawn. And maybe, jet by some skeletons. Okay, let's head back inside. I'm gonna clean all of my inventory up and all that sort of stuff, and maybe collect some things for trying our hand at a little bit of Botania, I think, is what we're going to do next. I'll see you in a minute when I'm ready to do that. Okay, let's get started. Botania is a mod that deals primarily in nature, natural things. It's got kind of a plant and natural magic flavor to it. But it's pretty great. Adds a lot of cool stuff. And early game, we are interested in some of the baubles that it's adding. So, what do we have here? You saw me craft a book with a sapling to get the Lexica Botania. When we open that, we can see it gives us a lot of options about all the different things we can make. Now, the thing we want to make is the Sojourner's Sash. To make this, we will need a Rune of Air, Monosteel Ingot, and a Rune of Earth. So, we're going to need to make a rune creaty thingy. You can tell I have a lot of experience with Botania. So, first thing is the Petal Apothecary. There's one outside that you saw. It's made mostly with stone and with some petals. Okay. The next thing we're going to need is a pure daisy. That allows us to make a number of interesting and important tools. So for that we'll need 4 white petals in the Petal Apothecary. So let's do that. We'll need our bucket, and let's check these chests for flowers. This is, okay, there's a black flower. I'm just going to collect all the flowers that we have in these to bring them out with me in case we end up needing them. It's kind of funny though, because you get so used to completely ignoring the Botania flowers because they're just everywhere and you can't avoid breaking them sometimes. But unless you're actually going to do Botania stuff, they're completely useless. So it's really funny now to need them. We'll also need some seeds, because everything in Botania, or a lot of the things, require you to toss seeds into the apparatus, that Petal Apothecary. Okay. Let's just use our newfound mobility to look around for some more white flowers. There's another mystical white flower. Cool. Because what we need, each one provides 2, and we needed 4 of the petals. So now we have enough. Let's head back to where that Petal Apothecary is. Right over here. And what we can do is add water to it, toss in the petals, and then when we are ready, toss in a seed to get our pure daisy. Now, what does the pure daisy do? Pure daisy turns wood or stone into living wood and living stone. That's some raw mutton that I will bring inside. So we will need to get, oh, forgot I had a jetpack on, some stone, and some wood. Great. Okay. So what we can do, if we take the stone and the wood and put it around the daisy like this, you can see the sparkles surrounding all of these, and that means that we are successfully converting the wood and the stone into living wood and living stone, which are important materials to progress in Botania. So, once we have those, we're going to need, well, this is a little bit later actually, a runic altar. Okay, this is actually a little advanced for us. We are going to want next to manipulate mana with a mana pool, which we make with living rock, like so. Okay. And in order to do that, we're going to need a generating flower called the Day Bloom, which needs yellow, orange, and blue petals. Okay, but we'll get back to that. You can see that our wood and stone have converted. Which is great. That's exactly what we need to happen. I'm making some more stone because I think we'll need a little bit more of that. Now if I make a living wood twig and put any petals on it, nope, I am not getting the crafting recipe there right. Let's double check. What I need is some sort of wand. Wand of the forest. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, I need 3 of the living wood twigs, and then 2 of the things. So I will need to make more twigs. I can make 1 more, but I'll need to make 1 more beyond that. We will need... Oh. Cool. Okay, convert more living wood. Okay, so to make a simple mana pool is like that, and we will want another of those. Excellent. And as they are not going to do much because they require a little bit of help before they will actually function. And for that we need, I believe, yellow flowers, because we need to make the daylily Day Bloom. So we'll need 2 yellow flowers, an orange, and a blue. So let's go sleep. Basically, mana is the power source for Botania. And you need mana to do a lot of things. It's generated in certain flowers and stored in mana pools, but it can only be moved around by mana spreaders. So there are some interesting mechanics that are going to be in play. Let's find some yellow flowers, and maybe I can show you how that works. Admittedly, probably next time, but let's just take a quick look around here. Yeah, I don't see any in the... Oh, there we go. Okay, so I am going to bring these back, and let's really quickly, before we end the episode, make ourselves a day bloom. Get our pure daisy going again. Oh, good. Perfect amount of stuff to surround it with. Okay, so what we want are 2 yellow, 1 blue, and 1 orange flower, I believe. Okay. Maybe I did that wrong. Is it not blue? It might be light blue or cyan. Let's double check. Ah, light blue. Okay. No problem. As you can see, I wasn't sure if this worked this way, but you can shift right click on the petal apothecary to get things out of it. Awesome. Now I have a day bloom. When placed down in direct sunlight, the day bloom, and let's just double check. Okay, this is not direct sunlight, but this is. The day bloom should be producing mana. To check this, we need a wand of the forest, which we will make this way. Ah, there we go. We can see the day bloom is generating power. But what do we do with that power? You will have to see, or sorry, wait until next, well, no. Okay. Sorry guys, this is the first time I've really done Botania, but the next step's actually going to take a while, so why don't we make a mana spreader. Looks like it is living wood on the top and bottom, gold, and any petal. So let's grab a piece of gold and make ourselves a mana spreader. So on the top and bottom that, gold, and let's toss in the light blue. Okay, so the mana spreader, so right now you see we have a day bloom, which is creating mana. We have a mana pool that can store mana, but we have no way to get the mana into the mana pool until we get a mana spreader. man, okay. Maybe this will work. I'm actually very, very bad at aiming these mana spreaders. That's just not gonna work. Okay. Break it. Put it down this way. Okay, now it should, theoretically, take the mana from the Daybloom and put it into the mana pool. And it'll do that after the Daybloom makes enough mana to send it in one big sort of spark of mana. Although I think spark maybe is the wrong word, since there might be other things in the mod called sparks. Oh goodness, I apologize. I try to do these videos from a place of knowledge where I know what I'm doing. In the case of Botania, I really don't. I've tried it once, fooled around with it, and I've watched a couple Let's Plays where they use it. So I generally know what's up, but I've never used it a lot, so I am not quite certain if I get it right or not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Between this episode and next, I'm going to maybe make a couple more Dayblooms, get this mana pool filled up, and I'll be back to show you how to use it. See you then. Oh, new person joined. Cool. See ya.